Now, normally I love a good edit, a few memes, images galore, but today we're instead going to go on a chess journey here. Tell a little story that came across my X or Twitter feed recently. Now, we start here. Vladimir Kramnik, the current world champion, also known as Vlad the Implier, he picked up on this performance on chess.com, and guess what? It was actually Danya Naroditsky on the receiving end of an absolute walloping. I'm talking 15 game adoption. That's adoption and a half. You know, how many times have you got to be the father of this guy? Now, who did it? Well, it was Andy Woodward, young grandmaster from the USA. He's been on many chess channels the last couple of years, rising star. It happened on the 9th of March, and as you can see, Kramnik's going off on one here, saying no dignity, no respect, the integrity of chess being destroyed, blah blah blah, the usual stuff, right? Performance rating borderline, coming on 4,000. Apparently, you know, I haven't checked this stuff out, but it was pretty special, so I had to look into these games here. That's what we're going to do in this video. Let me first show you where I got them from, so you can go on Danya's profile here, see all of these losses on the 9th of March, and we're going to have a look at a few of these games and then see if we can determine what on earth is going on here. Maybe you watch Danya's stream if he was streaming, and you can enlighten us all, because this is unusual, right? Let's jump to it here. We're picking up in one of the early games, and that's how the video is going to flow. We'll flow through these games, just have a quick look at them. So here we've got Andy playing with the white pieces, Danya hammering away at the King's Indian stuff, but he was pushing with this c5 break, and already it just gets a bit weird here, because not long into the game, right, Danya goes and puts his rook on a dark square. Here we go. I mean, what is that? An absolute elementary blunder for a grandmaster, right? Bishop f4, you win an exchange. Game proceeds like this, and there's not so much more to say, right? It's all she wrote when you're exchanged down. Andy gets the job done, wins in 28 moves. We jump to the next, because Danya was playing this weird ass opening, right? So he was playing a Jabava London, maybe inspired by Magnus. He's been playing a lot of this, but going for this super strange line here, where you actually give up a queen in many of these games. Now, this one proceeded like this. Apparently an earlier e4 is better, but fine. We got this stuff, a6, look at the bar dropping, and takes on b7. This is move 11, and Danya's playing like I don't know, like 2200 or 2000 or 1800 if you were going guess the ELO. I don't know, right? Because he's now dropped a queen. For what compensation? I've no idea. King d2 is horrendous. King c1, what is this? Who is this guy? Bishop a3 resigns after 19 moves. Does make you wonder if Kramnik actually clicked into the games here before crying cheat. Again, we have a Jabava London. You know, I'm rattling through. This is maybe game 4 or something. And look how this one proceeds. Similar stuff. This time, almost worse out of the opening, because in less moves, h6, the knight's driven back here, move 10, and Danya's just busted already. This piece is horrible. Bishop's going to drop, so retreats, and the pawn structure's shattered. So bad, in fact, that Danya now takes the bishop, sheds a rook here, king's driven out. I mean, what is he doing? I've no idea what was going on with him this day. So mop-up job here for Andy. You know, he's just racking up these points here, racking up these games. He gets another one. This is like game 6 now, let's say. Another Jabava London from Danya, and check it out. Really similar line, right? We've seen this one before. Queen b5. Don't tell me he's going to do it again. Yes, he does. Takes on b7. What is this, Danya? Traps the queen, takes in the corner. No clue. Centre's taken by black, of course, the BBC, big black centre, and look at this, the pieces come swarming in. What to do, you're getting absolutely bamboozled. This one lasts a bit longer because Danya does use a trick to win the queen, but still, you've got 2 minors for the rook, nice tactics to liquidate. Now you got the extra knight, pawn runs down, and here we see resignation, king's marching, gonna win the pawn, and you can't do anything. You're boxed in the corner. We run to here. Don't tell me another Jabava London. You know, this is what, the 4th Jabava London? You've had horrendous games so far. Still Danya's hammering away with it. This is how this game proceeded. Knight d1, move 12. 1.7 to black. You know you're in trouble town. Now the bishop drops back, and what is this, right? We get takes on d5, knight takes, and how about this? Move 15, or 16 rather, Danya plays bishop c4. Look at that. The stock nest monster just opens the butt flap. Simply queen b4 check. Bishop blocks. Or drops, rather. Like, what is that? What on earth is going on with Danya Naroditsky? I have no clue. Is even him playing these games? 19 moves, we get resignation. We're going to keep going. This game, Danya's playing black. Now, in just a moment, he goes a bit more solid. Not this game, actually. It's one more to come. Obviously, it's hard for me to keep track of all these. But here already, right, sorry, I missed the key moment. We get another just horrendous opening blunder. This is move 10. What does he play here? Knight takes on e4. And the tactic is just not working at all. You know, he's distracting the knight. Yes, we do see takes and the bishop drops. But hang on a minute. Bishop takes on e7. Rook goes. Knight takes on d6. Forking these two. I mean, this is insane. This isn't a 3,000 plus rated player on chess.com. Was it like 4 in the morning? But even 4 in the morning, Danya's usually quite good. I mean, I know he gets into these like blitz holes and bullet holes where he just plays all night, right? We saw him do it against Ali Reza before the candidates, famously. Tons of bullet chess. But even by Danya's late night standards, if that was what was going on here, this is just next level weirdness. You know, he's not normally blundering this sort of stuff. 30 moves, resigns the game. 2 more to go, right? You're getting the picture here. Danya now goes super solid. No more King's Indian. This must be like game 13, something like that. He tightens it up with a Slav defense. But now here, look at this once more. Where are we? Rook b8. What on earth is Rook b8 just coming into the firing line? Takes on c6. Pawn takes, takes. He's won an exchange on move 15. Andy Woodward this is. Now, is Andy Woodward some superhero cheater? Well, that wouldn't make you a superhero. But some superhero player, I was going to say. Or a cheater because of these wins? Well, not really. It's like taking candy from a baby, right? I mean, this is just nuts. Marches the pawn. This is nice technique, by the way. You can't go b6 because bishop drops. But what if you go a6? Then bishop b7. Then b6, lovely tactics, then this, make the queen, very, very nice. Queen spins around, resignation once more. Where's the rook going? Here, and then you go here, check, win the rook. Or does it come to f6, sorry, but then the pawn's running, you know, hopeless, hopeless. So another resignation, 35 moves. Final game now to show you. This time Danya's black again. Does he go back to the King's Indian? Yes, he does. We get takes. More pieces developing into the game, and this one again is just some weird stuff because the opening goes okay in this one. Apart from this move is just horrible. b5 allows the explosive c4, and where's the knight really going? You know, this is looking quite passive. Sure, maybe you head here. Long story short, this is a monster. We see it now supported. Can always come to b5. We see takes, pawn takes, knight d7, knight b5, queen c6 looks for the checkmate stuff. But after exchange sack on d7, queen takes back, rook d1, you now have to play bishop takes on f3 to have any semblance of staying in the game. But Danya plays queen c6. I mean, he's just on autopilot, not even thinking, right? And there's a clear win in one here with queen d2. Simply with the idea of coming here and you deliver the old lolly mate, and by going to queen d2 you can't actually then challenge the file as black. You know, white takes and you're actually checkmating the king if recaptures. But queen e3 is played. Now, why is it so much less precise? Black's actually winning. Well, it's rook fd8. No time for this, or you get branked. Your own king getting checkmated. And if you went like this, well, now you can play this pawn. Whoops, sorry. Now you can play this pawn e5 move, and if you try and move in, then there's queen takes on f6. You know, this is the general idea, right? So let's run it back though, because after queen e3, we see Danya play the move of e5 immediately. It's horrendous. You've just allowed checkmate in 5 because yes, you've opened up the attack here, but there's the intercepting move, knight d6. And what do? Like, there's nothing. You can take, but that's no good. Queen a4 was played to hit this rook here, but simply b3 and now resigns was played. You know, what do? Come back or something, but then you march in, you're checkmating. It's just all she wrote. So very, very strange games, right? Just jumping back to this screen here, we can see them going on 15 in a row. That's some kind of hyper adoption. But what was going on with our boy Danya? Very strange. And of course, this I perceive to be an absolute load of rubbish, because when you actually look into the games, yeah, there's quite an understandable reason why Andy won 15 in a row. Danya was just playing like, I don't know, 1500, right? 1200, 800, I don't know, pick your ELO. Not up to his usual standard. Very strange stuff. Hope you enjoyed this one anyway. Thanks for checking in as always. Do smash subscribe. Almost at 100k, which will really boost my self-esteem. And if you want to check out some more epic chess, have a look at the video on screen. Cheers.